All right, 1844. Okay, let's make that one. What did he say? Yeah.
Good morning, sir. What is your full name?
Sorry, Jerry Elliott.
All right, Mr. Elliott, looks like we're charged with 5 separate counts of domestic violence, disorderly conduct. I am going to enter pleas of not guilty. And hold on a second. I need to let you know that you have a right to remain silent. You can hire an attorney to represent you at your next hearing date. You could ask to be screened to see if counsel can be appointed. But hold on a second. You must appear for all future hearing dates. I am going to release you, sir. Do you live in Colorado?
Yes, ma'am.
You're just visiting?
I was here for a tour to Tucson.
Oh, okay. Hold on. All right. So don't commit to any further acts of domestic violence. And I will allow you to return to Colorado because you have to get permission to leave the state. You're going to have to make your court appearances here in Justice Court, Pima County Justice Court. December 8th at 10:30 a.m. is your next hearing date. If you don't appear, a warrant could issue for your arrest. And you can check with Justice Court. Hold on a second. Does Justice Court do Zoom hearings? Oh, okay. So the Justice Court does Zoom hearings where you can appear by video, and you'll have to contact the court on how to do that. There's going to be a phone number on your paperwork you're going to receive, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Don't commit to any further acts of domestic violence.
Will not.
So let's see. All right, so December 8th at 10:30 a.m. is your next hearing date. Thank you, sir. Take care.
Thank you.
This way, sir. Back down. Let's see. Hernandez.
Good morning. Good morning, Your Honor. This is the Spanish interpreter, and according to the list, I don't see there's any Spanish speakers requiring an interpreter.
Jail, is that, are there any Spanish-speaking defendants?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Spanish interpreters, excuse, but please be available in case we need to call you back.
Okay, yeah, I will be available. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Sir, at the jail, what is your full name, please?
Anthony Robert Hernandez.
You're charged with 1 count of domestic violence assault, domestic violence disorderly conduct. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. I'm going to release you. You must appear at your next court date. It's going to be in Pima County Justice Court, December 8th, 2025 at 10:30 a.m. Make sure you appear. If you do not, a warrant could issue for your arrest. Do not commit any further acts of domestic violence. You have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. You can hire your own attorney at your next hearing date. I guess you could ask the court if counsel could be appointed. I'm not sure what their criteria is for appointment, but you can certainly ask. Make sure you don't pick up any new charges. Do you understand, sir?
Yes.
All right, you're excused. Thank you.
And Chuck.
Good morning. What is your full name, please?
Good morning. My name is Gia Roy Menchaca.
Thank you. It looks like you're charged with domestic violence assault, domestic violence disorderly conduct. I am going to enter pleas of not guilty. I will release you on your own recognizance. You must appear in Pima County Justice Court, December 8th, 2025 at 10:30 a.m. Make sure you appear. If you do not, a warrant could issue for your arrest. Do not commit any further acts of domestic violence. I also need to let you know you do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. You can hire your own attorney, judge, to be screened to see if you qualify for an attorney to be appointed, but make sure you're getting along with your husband and child. Do you understand?
Yes,
You're excused. Thank you.
Molina,
What
Hello,
is,
Your Honor.
what is your full name? Good morning.
Good morning. It's Luis Antonio Molina.
You're charged with 1 count of domestic violence assault, 3 counts of domestic violence disorderly conduct. I am going to enter pleas of not guilty. Let's see. Why did I put this? The father, Luis F. Okay. So I'm going to give you a chance to be released, sir, on your own recognizance, but you cannot have any contact with your father. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Actually, it's your brother. Wait a second. Is your brother have the same initials as you, Luis A. Molina?
Yes, yeah, yes, we have the same initials. Uh-huh.
Oh,
Different middle names.
Not your, it's not your father, it's your brother that I don't want you to have contact with. You. I just noticed that you guys.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm gonna put brother because it makes it look like it's yourself. So if your brother's living with your parents and you're living there, you can't live there. You cannot have contact with your brother. Don't commit any further acts of domestic violence. I will release you. Make sure you appear for your future hearing dates. If you do not, a warrant could issue for your arrest. I need to let you know you do have a constitutional right to be silent and to be represented by an attorney. Your next hearing date is going to be in Pima County Justice Court, December 8th, 2025 at 10:30 a.m. And make sure you appear. Thank you. Your excuse.
Thank you, ma'am.
this one, Alex,
What is your full name, please?
Jose Raul Morales.
Are you a junior?
I am a junior, yes.
All right.
Junior.
You are charged with 1 count of domestic violence assault. I'm going to enter plea of not guilty. You do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. At your next hearing date, you can ask the court if you could be represented by counsel. You'll have to be screened. I am going to release you on your own recognizance. Do not commit any further acts of domestic violence. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Your next hearing date is going to be in Justice Court, December 8th at 10:30 a.m. Make sure you appear. If you do not, a warrant could issue for your arrest. You are excused. Thank you.
Thank you.
Here.
What is your full name, please?
Dana Lee Richmond.
Ms. Richmond, you're charged with domestic violence, criminal damage. I'm going to enter plea of not guilty. You do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. At your next hearing date, you can ask the court if you can have counsel appointed. Otherwise, you'll be representing yourself, or you can hire your own attorney. I am going to release you on your own recognizance. However, you are not allowed to have any contact with your husband, Bruce. Do you understand? I'm not sure where you're going to live or what you're going to do there, but I see you have another domestic violence case involving him in the same.
We just
Hold on, don't
moved here
tell me what happened.
7 weeks,
Hold on,
7
ma'am.
weeks ago.
I'm letting you know, if you just moved here and you've already got a pending, another domestic violence assault case in the same court, it's a problem that you're allegedly involved in another domestic violence court, another domestic violence charge. So I'm going to allow you to be released, but you can't have any contact with your spouse. Do you understand?
Yes, I don't know where I'm supposed to go though.
I don't know. I'll let you be, you can stay in jail, but I don't think that, you want to do that. So your next hearing date is going to be in Sahuarita, January 6th, 2026 at 8:30 a.m. Make sure you appear. If you don't, a warrant will issue for your arrest. You can file a motion in Sahuarita to see if they could amend the release conditions. But you've got 2 domestic violence cases now involving the same victim in the same courthouse. You've got to make sure you're not picking up any new charges. You are excused. Thank you.
You,
Salazar,
What is your full name, please?
Delphina Marie Salazar.
All right, Ms. Delavar, it looks like you had a warrant for your arrest out of justice court for a domestic violence disorderly conduct case. That case has been pending since December 16th, 2024. The judge in that case wanted you held on a $500 bond. However, I'm going to quash the warrant and release you. Let's see.
For, is this the city court?
I just
I
said
just,
justice court. You had a warrant for your arrest.
okay,
For domestic
sorry.
violence disorderly conduct from December 16th, 2024. Your next hearing date is going to be in justice court, December 5th at 3:00 p.m. Make sure you make that hearing date. You got to get that case resolved, whatever is happening there. You
Okay.
also had new charges out of city court for domestic violence assault. I'm going to enter plea of not guilty. You also had a case in warrant status for a domestic violence criminal damage that's been pending since August 18th of 2025. So because of this newest charge, I am going to, hold on a second.
I have a court date for the city court one.
Hold on. You picked up this new charge of domestic violence assault involving Arnold. Because of this newest domestic violence case, I'm going to hold you on a bond. It's $1,000. City Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. The reason I'm holding you is because you picked up a new domestic violence assault case. You already have a pending domestic violence criminal damage case in city court. And then you had that warrant for domestic violence disorderly conduct that's been pending since December 16th of 2024. So you have 3 domestic violence cases now, Ms. Salazar. City Public Defender's Office is going to be appointed to represent you. December 5th, 2025 at 1:45 p.m. is your next hearing date in city court. Actually, I think that date is not accurate. It's going to be December 10th at 1:30 p.m. Sorry. December 10th at 1:30 p.m. Your attorney will be in touch with you. If you are able to post the bond, your next hearing date will be January 13th at 1:30 p.m. Your attorney will be in touch with you. Thank you.
Levinsky,
No.
What is your full name, please?
My name is Emily Catherine Savinsky.
All right, you picked up a new charge of domestic violence disorderly conduct, domestic violence criminal damage from last night or yesterday's date. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. You also had a separate case for domestic violence disorderly conduct, domestic violence harassment by communication, domestic violence criminal damage. That case is from today's date. So you have 2 separate cases, one from yesterday's date, domestic violence disorderly conduct, domestic violence criminal damage, and then one from today's date, the other charges. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. Let's see something here. When did you pick the charge from today's date? So, Ms. Savinsky, I am going to allow you to be released, but ma'am, you cannot have any contact with Robert. Do you understand?
Esposito? Who? I don't know that Robert. I don't.
You're Emily Savinsky?
Yes.
It says this case involves Robert Monty.
Oh, Monte Esposito? Yes, Monte Esposito.
Oh, I think, that's-
I agree, no contact.
okay, hold on. I guess they just listed his name wrong here. Hold on a second, let me make sure. I see they have two different names here. Monte Esposito. All right. So you are not allowed to have any contact with Monty. Do you understand?
I do, Your Honor.
Do not call that person. Do not text that person. Certainly do not go to anywhere near where he lives. Do you understand?
Yes, and I think it's
Hold on. Do not commit to any further acts of domestic violence. Your next hearing date's going to be in Tucson City Court on January 13th, 2026 at 1:30 p.m. Make sure you make your court appearance. If you do not, a warrant will issue for your arrest. Do you understand?
yes, Your Honor.
Hold
I
on.
understand.
All right, you're excused. Thank you.
What about the Miranda case?
Well, there's a third jurisdiction going on as well where I live, by the way, with a whole paper trail on that. Where I have home.
Let me do the judge.
Oh, I see. There's a case out of Marana City Court.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. A domestic violence threats case. I am going to enter pleas of not guilty, quash the warrant. I will release you. Your next hearing date in Marana City Court is going to be January 7th, 2026 at 10 a.m. Make sure you make your hearing date. If not, a warrant will issue for your arrest again. Do you understand?
I do.
You're excused. Thank you.
Thank you.
Stevenson.
What is your full name, please?
Trayvon Stevenson.
All right, you have a case out of Justice Court, Pima County Justice Court for a charge of driving on a revoked license and having no vehicle registration on the vehicle you were driving. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. I will release you. Your next court date's in Justice Court, December 8th at 8:30 a.m. Make sure you appear. If you do not, a warrant could issue for your arrest. You do have a constitutional right to remain silent. You could represent yourself, hire counsel. Just make sure you're making your hearing date. You also had cases out of city court. Mr. Stevenson, it looks like there was a warrant that had issued for your arrest for a DUI case. You pled to a DUI charge back on October 30th of 2024, little over a year ago. One of your probation conditions was that you were supposed to complete the alcohol DUI counseling, 56 hours of counseling. I see you did your MAD class. So a hearing was set, and on November 3rd of this year, you didn't make that hearing date, so a warrant had issued for your arrest. I'm going to quash the warrant. The state filed a petition to revoke your probation because you did not complete your 56 hours of DUI counseling. I am going to let you know on that petition to revoke probation, you have a right to have a hearing. You have a right to admit to the allegation. I am going to enter a denial of the allegation. I'm going to set your next hearing dates in this case for January 15th, 2026 at 9 a.m. Have you done the DUI counseling at all, sir, or have you started it?
I started it. I lost my job and so I couldn't fund it. I emailed my lawyer, but I never heard back. So I think, I don't know
Are
what.
you working right now?
Yes, ma'am. I just got a new job.
So I don't know if you can, quickly get signed up for a class so that you can show proof that you've at least started the classes. Looks like you were turn your life around. That did your evaluation. So you could get back enrolled with them to show the judge on January 15th you've started your classes and you're doing your classes. I would suggest you do that. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, January 15th, 2026 at 9 a.m. is your next hearing date. Thank you. I'll release you.
You.
Elia.
What is your full name, please?
Stephen Renee Salaya.
You're charged with domestic violence assault, domestic violence unlawful imprisonment, domestic violence disorderly conduct. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. You do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. At your next hearing date, you can be screened to see if you qualify for an attorney, or if you can ask the court if you can have counsel appointed. Let's see, I am going to release you. Hold on a second. I'm going to release you, but you're not allowed to have any contact with Annette. Do you understand?
Understood.
Don't call her, don't see her. Do you live with her?
I do,
All right, I'm gonna
but
allow you, I'm gonna
I will-
allow you to return one time with the police escort to get your personal belongings. Do not commit to any further acts of domestic violence. I will release you. Your next court date is January 13th, 2026 at 1:30 a.m. You'll have to show a police officer this order that you're gonna get, showing that you can go back to the residence location to obtain your personal belongings. You are excused. Did you have a question for me?
No, I'm good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What is your full name, please?
Abriana Sunshine Martinez.
You are charged with one count of domestic violence, aggravated assault, it's a class 3 felony, and one charge of a class 6 felony for endangerment. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. I need to let you know, you do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. I am going to, there is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this morning's hearing. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor's office regarding his bond recommendation, and then I'll hear from your attorney. Mr. Poston?
Your Honor, in this matter, the state is recommending. One moment. Your Honor, I lost network connection. I did send my recommendation, and let me see if I can find it in my outbox. One moment, please. Ms. Martinez, Your Honor, the state is recommending a bond of $50,000 for Ms. Martinez. She is alleged to have endangered multiple persons, to include inflicting grievous bodily injury on one of them. $50,000.
Defense counsel.
Judge, we're asking that Ms. Martinez is released to pretrial services, or if you're not inclined to substantially lower bond. She has no felony prior. She's a lifelong resident of Tucson. The victim does not object to her release, and he would like her to come home. However, if you said that she could not go home, she can go to her sister's house. She also had her baby's 2 months old, and she exclusively nurses her baby. So we're asking that she's released to pretrial services.
Ms. Martinez, your bond is set at $5,000. You are not allowed to have any contact with, let's see, who's the person? Alex. You're not allowed to have any contact with Alex Cota. Do you understand?
Yes,
You're not allowed to have contact with Alex Cota. Don't call the person, text the person. Don't go to where that person lives or works. And do not commit any further acts of domestic violence. Do not possess any firearms or weapons. The public defender's office is appointed to represent you. Your next hearing date's a preliminary hearing, December 8th at 1:30 p.m. Your attorney will be in touch with you soon. You also have a misdemeanor charge, and it was having a warrant for your arrest out of justice court. It was having an open container of alcohol in a car. That case has been pending since April 26th of 2024. I'm going to quash the warrant, release you. Your next hearing date's in justice court, December 11th at 9 a.m. And I'll let justice court know you're currently in custody on that felony matter. You are excused. Thank you. What is your full name, please?
Andrew Ortiz.
You're charged with unlawful possession of a narcotic drug, unlawful possession of a firearm by a prohibited possessor, possession of a firearm during a narcotics offense, unlawful possession of a dangerous drug, unlawful possession of drug paraphernalia. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. Let you know you do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this morning's hearing. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor's office regarding his bond recommendation, and then I will hear from your attorney. Mr. Poston?
$10,000, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, say that again.
$10,000, Your Honor.
Thank you. Defense counsel?
Judge, we're asking that Mr. Ortiz is released to pretrial services or a lower bond. He is fully employed. He works as an electrician and he's scheduled to work this week. He's a lifelong resident of Tucson, and if you're released, he'd go home where he and his sister live together.
Mr. Ortiz, I see you have allegedly 2 prior felony convictions, 3 prior arrests, and this case involves, a firearm along with drugs allegedly. Your bond is set at $5,000. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your preliminary hearing is December 8th, 2025 at 1:30 p.m. Your attorney will be in touch with you. Thank you.
Wow.
What is your full name, please?
Juan Carlos Somoza Jr.
You are charged with 2 counts of aggravated domestic violence, disorderly conduct. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. You do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this morning's hearing. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor's office regarding his bond recommendation, and then I will hear from your attorney, Mr. Poston.
$5,000, Your Honor.
He's also on probation for a felony case. Let's see. Dale, is there a hold on him by chance?
Sorry.
They're checking, Judge.
All right, thank you.
At this time, no.
All right.
No, Judge.
Thank you. Defense counsel?
Judge, we're asking that Mr. Somoza is released to pretrial services, or if you're not inclined, a much lower bond. He is working. Both victims want contact with him, and he's a lifelong resident of Tucson.
Mr. Somoza, because you're on felony probation already and you picked up allegedly a new felony charges, your bond is set at $5,000. You're not allowed to have any contact with Brianna Espinoza. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Possess no firearms or weapons. Commit no further acts of domestic violence. Your next hearing date is going to be a preliminary hearing, December 8th, 2025 at 1:30 p.m. You're excused. Thank you. Okay. And everyone's excused. Thank you.